Hello again. Zack Attack is here now with the Atakline for today, Monday, November 17th, 2014. Hope everyone had a great weekend. I did had a couple gigs over the weekend. One that was great and one that was okay. Let's get to the okay gig first, shall we? With the Splash Bash this past Friday at Wilmington High School pool. Now I did the Splash Bash. I've been doing the Splash Bash like once a month since 2009. And last month was every Splash Bash and Special Needs are two events I do for Pucks and Whack, and they're both the same. There's bad months and good months when it comes to attendance and stuff. There'll be good ones and bad ones. They're it's up and down for Splash Bash. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're not. And last month was a really good one for Splash Bash, the best attendance in months. And this past week was the worst attendance since May. But despite being the most empty it's ever been in months, it was still an okay one. There was still some bright spots to take from it. There was still some line dance, and I thought there was enough people to do a line dance, but I tried it, and there was some people line dancing. So it's kind of cool, because it wasn't a big birthday party. They always have that. There's some families who like to have their birthday parties for their kids there. There was a birthday party, but not a big one. And there was some singing, and there was smiling, so it's still a decent one, even though it was not as full as it once was. And this was my last one for 2014 Splash Bash wise, because they're doing one in December without me because I'm busy. I got another gig coming in. So, there you go. So thank you, Splash Bash, for a decent year. And it was a good one, but then I had another party on Saturday. I've been saying it's a private party, but I was saying it because it was a surprise party. Because one of my friends, Mary Morellen, who I know, once again, hi Mary, I know you watch these videos. I know you do. She hosted a surprise birthday party. I didn't want to say it on here in case the surprisee just happened to watch the video. That's Walt Poyer, his surprise 50th. So that's why I didn't say it, because I know, like I said, Mary watches these videos. She was hosting it, and she didn't want the secret to come out. She didn't want me to say it. That's why I kept saying it was a private party. But now I can say it was a surprise party. It was really good. Really good. They took a long time to get drunk, but once they got drunk, boy oh boy, they went dance crazy. 10:30 to midnight was at the peak. The new stuff worked, I didn't play Cupid a little bit too early, but still some people danced to Cupid. Of course, new stuff worked a little bit. All about that bass, timber, sexy back, all those sexy songs. And of course, cheesy 90s, like Baby Got Back, and I didn't play Baby Got Back, but you know what I mean. Those songs like that, like Tricky, and all those songs like Wild Thing, and all that. And, of course, Wild Journey, Don't Stop Believing. No matter how many times I play it, Don't Stop Believing is always one of the best songs that I do. It's always so popular. And Sweet Caroline Loves, everybody had a fun time. Thank you, Ward, again, for letting me surprise you and letting me DJ your party. It was an honor to do that for you. You've been a great customer of mine besides Morellen. Like I said, Morellen's. And all of her friends have been really good to me. So thank you guys for your love and support. It was nice to do your party, Ward. I'll see you at your uncle's house for New Year's Eve. I do a New Year's Eve party at his uncle's house for the last 5 years in a row. So it's always one to look forward to every year. It's always a highlight besides Morellen's having a party. And the Lions Hearing Center, always some parties I do every year that I always look forward to. So thank you. I can't wait for that. But I got one gig this week. As of right now, Special Needs Dance this Friday. Hoping to have another gig on Saturday. It's not officially confirmed. So we're hoping for confirmation for that gig later on this week. Now, on with the entertainment news for today. Starting with your number one movie. Well, apparently the world's gone dumb. Well, at least America has gone dumb. For Dumb and Dumber 2, landing at number one this week with an impressive 36 million. Kicking off. The only good thing is it kicked off Big Hero 6. Yeah, kicked off that piece of shit animated bullshit. That's the only good thing it did. And despite taking over 20 years to get a sequel, despite many critical slashings, the movie still rated number one. But let's say for this upcoming week, the odds won't be in their favor, as the Hunger Games is set for release this week, and I expect 100 million for Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. Early reviews are calling it an overbloated trailer for Part 2. But, like Dumb and Dumber, the fans don't care about the reviews. They're going to see it no matter what. That's the same thing with Hunger Games Part 1 for Mockingjay. But when I'm going to see it. I've always seen Hunger Games movies on Redbox, so it's my first time actually seeing a Hunger Games movie in a theater. I got a gift certificate for a theater that's having it. Romeo Theater. So there you go. Now, I'll move some news on two big bands that are on the new remake of Do They Know It's Christmas. First, let's kick in these bands not only on this new live, I can't believe they're doing that, Band Aid 30, should I say, 30th anniversary of Do They Know It's Christmas, rewritten to funding for Ebola. So they rewritten, a lot of British stars are in there, like Sam Smith, you got Ely Golding, a lot of new stars. But people are calling it bad because of one group being on it. They're calling them, this is not my quote, this is a quote from YouTube, the Ebola of music, One Direction. That's not my quote, that's a quote from YouTube. So like I said, and also Bono from U2 was on the track as well, reprising his famous line, "Tonight, thank God's name instead of you," but it was rewritten for the Ebola. So, and even Adele took them down. Because Adele's with a family. So a lot of people are on this track, a lot of big people, from British people. You had Bastille being on it, Clean Bandit, known for the hit song Weatherby, Disclosure was on there. Like I said, Ely Golding, Chris Martin from Coldplay, Ali Mears, Sinead O'Connor, a lot of great British names. Emily Sunday Seal to make a remake. And it was okay. You don't touch a classic. You know, the original was awesome. The original Do You Know It's Christmas is a classic. So the new one, they made it like a couple times. You know, I think they did like a 5-year anniversary in '89. They did a 20th anniversary 10 years ago. And now they did another one. And I know it's a good cause, you know, reminding it for Ebola, but you just don't touch a classic. So, like I said, there's two artists in that song that made news today for one being on an NBC show and one canceling an NBC appearance. Let's talk about One Direction for a minute. I don't talk about that often. You know, their album came out today, 4. Now, they were on the Today Show today, and there was 4 of them. Zayn missed his appearance on the Today Show when they performed in Orlando. The remaining 4 guys, that's of course Harry, Liam, Louis, and Niall. Yes, I know the names. Being a disc jockey, I need to know the names, because I play the music a lot myself. Not anymore, though. So, those 4 stood on stage, and they were asked why Zayn wasn't there. They kept saying it's stomach bug, but Matt Lauer grilled him out, give Matt Lauer credit for stabbing him, saying, is it not just a stomach thing? Maybe addiction? There has been rumors about Zayn smoking and drinking. But they're like, no, it's a stomach bug. Because Zayn missed an appearance on the European Music Awards recently. When One Direction accepted their award, Zayn was noticeably absent. And there's reports that he didn't even make his flight to Orlando. So who knows if it's more than a stomach bug. Of course, One Direction is trying to nip it in the bud and trying to tiptoe around the subject of addiction. Because they're young kids. Well, you know, 22, 23, you know. So, there you go. There's been no official word on Zayn's condition or whether or not it's more than a stomach bug, but that's the excuse they're giving us. The One Direction went on without Zayn with stomach bug, and they're still getting ready for the tour next year. As a foursome, hopefully, for their fans. So there you go. One Direction promotion for the new album today, on today's show, without Zayn, out with a stomach bug, or so we think. Now, while One Direction went on with their NBC show today, U2 is pulling out of their Tonight Show weekly residency due to Bono injuring himself on a cycling ride. Now, U2 was scheduled to perform at the Tonight Show as the house band all week. Metallica is doing the same thing. They're still doing their week-long residency on the Late Late Show. But late last night, it was revealed on U2's website that they have to postpone their appearance on Jimmy Fallon. The official statement coming from Edge, Adam, and Larry, the remaining members of the group, saying that it looks like we have to do our Tonight Show residency another time. Bono has injured his arm in a cycling spill in Central Park and requires some surgery to repair it. We'll surely make a full recovery soon, so we'll be back. Now, there's no one on who will replace U2 for these shows. Jimmy Fallon saying we'll think of something about who's going to be the band all week. They're going to have like 5 different guests. So how are they going to fill that void of having no musical guests for the week? since YouTube pulled out. And YouTube will likely reschedule. There's no one on when they reschedule, but hopefully YouTube will keep their word and come back to Jimmy Fallon when everything's all fine and dandy. So there you go. YouTube pulling out tonight's show, Residency, due to Bono injury. Get well soon, Bono. So there you go. That is it for the Atakline for today. See you all later. With that in mind, y'all been attacked by the news from Zach. See you later, yeah.